Right, I do apologise about that. I had to run off for a second there. A friend of mine just popped down to use a Kango drill, so I had to sort him out. So we're back. It's a bit chilly out there today, people. It's a bit chilly. It's not its normal gorgeous sunshine. But anyway, when the world gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? Ain't that the truth? Let's see what people are saying are on social media this morning, shall we? Because everyone's tuned into social media now, aren't they? They're either TikToking, they're either YouTubing, they're either Facebooking, they're either tweeting. I've never really got my head around Twitter, to be fair. I don't know what it is with Twitter, but I'm just growing into this YouTube thing, to be fair. We got a few bits and bobs going on. Let's have a little see what's going on. And there's a good mate of mine called Michael Doherty. And Michael's been campaigning for truth and justice for a long time. Yeah, Dave, sorry, I had to disappear because my mate turned out I had to lend him a Kango jackhammer. So he's just took the Kango. He's chopping out a load of concrete fence posts. So he had a piddly little drill. I said, "You need my Kango. Come down and pick it up." I like to help people out as much as I can. So my mate Michael Doherty, what happened with him? He was an aircraft engineer. Let me just turn something off so I can plug this in. He was an aircraft engineer. Done all right for himself. And what happened was, I think he was having some issues with the missus and the child, maybe separation issues. But the police come and kicked his door in one night. Excuse me. Oh, hay fever. They come and kicked his doors in, bashed him up. Took him down the cells. Anyway, ever since then, he's a clever man. He's Michael Doherty. And he's just dedicated himself, really, to sorting this mess out and bringing the police and the system back into alignment. Police attending a bedsit a day before body was found inside. Pretty young lady. This is from Cornwall Live. Let's just have a look at what this article's saying. And Michael's saying the police investigated themselves again. And guess what? No foul play. IPPC, this IPPC thing, whatever it is, it's all old school, old Bill. They investigate themselves. And that's what the police have become. They've become, sorry, Tracy, I had to disappear. My mate, I've got hay fever kicking off as well now. My mate needed to borrow my Kango hammer, and he's just been and turned up, so we sorted him out. Awaken World, hello, sweetheart, nice to see you. How are you? Dave Boylan, hello, mate. Nice to see you, Davey, baby. Tracy Pearson, as always, nice to see you, Trace. Police outside gaslighting me. Ooh, perhaps you should bend over and fart in their general direction. Did I just say that out loud? I think I might have done. The police, look, if you look at what the police do, the way they harass and harangue people, they're no better than the German Gestapo. And all these people in this country snitching on their neighbours. My neighbour's that far and then his dad got his kids on the lawn. I think they got a paddling pole out. Can you send someone round? And you get them all come round, don't you? And they got their hands in their lapels like this. Well, what you doing outside? What's it got to do with you, what I'm doing? You're a public servant. My nosy neighbours, yeah. Hey, I think he shouldn't be outside. He should be oscillating. Yeah, come on, get your own. That's what you're here for. You must. Unbelievable. My ears are ringing. As your prison, I don't know. I've not been on lockdown at all. I'm paying no attention to it. I was out working yesterday. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hay fever's kicking in today, let me tell you. Oh, it is. So yeah, Michael Doherty. The police investigated themselves and amazingly found that they did nothing wrong. It was determined that there was no identified conduct or performance matters against any of the officers subject of the complaint. Now, I've got a book somewhere. It's called Tort Law. And in this book of tort law, and tort stands short for torture, it says that the police have no duty of care to any member of the public. Now, I ask you, what is a member of the public? Have you ever met one? I don't know what a member of the public is. Oh, can I make a stream? Can I stream your video? Yeah, of course you can. I don't even know what making a stream is. Is that like going outside, digging a trench and putting water in it and letting it go? I don't know. Cockney Patriot, hello, gorgeous. Nice to see you. So yeah, we find we've got this system now. This is funny. Katie Hopkins. I've met Katie once briefly. She's a tiny woman, Katie Hopkins. She got into trouble years ago on the telly for saying that she was too posh and taking the mickey out of people's names, their kids' names, and Brooklyn and all that. It's quite funny. She's very opinionated, but she's like saying here, like key workers and frontline workers. She's just doing her head in. And it's a funny video. It's a funny video that she. I'm fairly pally with Chico. Met him a couple of times. He's really an awakened individual, and he says because he's been speaking out and taken a very brave stance because he's in the music industry and that entertainment thing, and he's been warned. He's people they've warned him. They've said, "Oh, you know, well, what are you doing? Wind your neck in." But he's like, no, I don't care. So Chico's saying, oops, it looks like I've upset a few people. I mean, sheeple. I don't like calling people sheeple because I'm not here to disrespect people. I'm here to try and just gently wake them up, you know. I'm really sorry for disturbing your peace and trying to bring you out of the slumber of your ignorance. I'm sorry that your brain can't handle the truth, knowing that there are thousands of little kids out there right now suffering horrid abuse by so-called people you so-called love and admire. This is Chico, right? But instead you develop Stockholm syndrome and cognitive dissonance and defend to the end their artistic freedom disguised as art. Well, if I've offended you, get off my page. I said that I will be light, love and light, but armed with truth, and the truth is belligerent, meaning it takes no prisoners. But as Jack Nicholson said to Tom Cruise and a few good men, you can't handle the truth. Instead, you hide behind your fluffy clouds where you want to butterflies and shit rainbows. Well, sorry to burst your bubble. Well, sorry, I'm not sorry to have offended the few because the many are awakening, and we are really awakening right now. The whole world's wakening up. Trust me, big time waking up right now. And I'm not ready. I'm sorry to you when a poor kid is being given panda eyes. What's your favourite artist portrait of art? Google it. It's there from Epstein to Pizzagate, and any paedophile account you can find out there, and that's not the half of it. That's the easy part. The worst is that what's happening in harvesting the little body parts. Can you imagine? Put that out your pipe with your comfy slippers and smoke it. Don't worry, I have a video to share if you can't stomach it, but you can't even stomach my words. Now, what Chico's trying to do here, I feel, is what you'll get is many people in this country, you'll give them what's going on, that the children are being abused. I'll never forget the Holly Greig case. Holly Greig was sectioned under the Mental Health Act. She's a child of Down syndrome. Well, Holly Greig had a photographic memory. So she remembered the number plates, the collar numbers on the police officers, all these people that were sexualising her, all right? So she got this solicitor involved, a guy called Robert Greene. Now, Robert Greene passed away about 18 months ago. Very sad. Robert Greene was Robert Greene was a real gorgeous geezer. Now, he's a solicitor. He was part of the Bar Association. And he took this Holly Greig case on. And social workers, they started pulling their pants up tight. They were cacking it because they're thinking, oh my word. Well, Robert Greene had his office raided, the police, the Gestapo, and they are truly Gestapo, nicked all of his documents, and Robert Greene found himself in prison. They imprisoned a solicitor for trying to get the truth out about the Holly Greene case. And Holly is still alive. Holly does have Down syndrome, but like I say, she's got photographic memory. She will never forget the judges' names, the car registrations, the coppers' lapel numbers. She won't never forget them. But the mental health people have sectioned her so that she can never tell her story, and maybe still being abused to this day. Now, I have problems knowing that that's going on in my country, and I despair. I understand why people pay no attention and they just want to go and watch Man United or listen to some new tune on the radio, maybe a Harry Styles song, whatever. But the truth is the truth, and this stuff's going on. And your cognitive dissonance of not paying attention and wanting to stop that behaviour is compounding it for future generations. So there's more kids that are going to be abused because we've all failed to be vigilant, and we've let these people run away with this dirty, dark, satanic stuff. And to me, it's got to stop, people. It's got to stop. Cockney Patriot says, the Gestapo, I have my Bible. I obliterated the judge with the scripture. He couldn't handle a righteous man with a backbone. Exactly. That's what righteous men walk in. And walking in the light is far greater than walking in the darkness. It really is. Knowing the right chapter and verse can put the judge back in his place. Yeah, amen. Yeah, we know. We've got this book down. We know the chapters and verses in here to bring everybody. Exodus chapter 20. Thou shalt not cover thy neighbour's house. Thou shalt not bear false witness. These are all commands. You see. Here we go. Thou shalt not make unto thee a graven image. Right, well, a graven image is this birth certificate. We did this yesterday. I'm just trying to share information with you people. This is a graven image. This is a graven image, all right? Because it's likeness of you, but it's not the real you, but you think it is. So this is a graven image. And a lot of people that have followed us over the years will know that's a graven image. So this book, this Bible, is telling you straight away not to make a graven image. It says here, let's have a look. Right, so it says, thou shalt not make unto thee a graven image, nor the likeness of any form that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. So basically what he's saying is, you shall not bow down to these false gods, these false people, these judges that sit in black robes. And the reason that they're sitting in black robes is because they're signifying death. That's what they're doing. For I am the Lord your God, and I am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the father upon the children. Yeah. Remember the Sabbath day, which is Saturday, not Sunday. Don't know whether many people know that. Thou shalt not. Right, so it says here, these are commands, right? Very powerful. Thou shalt not commit murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. This is a real powerful one if you want to get with a barrister or a solicitor that's bringing trouble to your door. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbour. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's house. Well, that's what all this bar association does. They're coveting. They're terrible. From nicking your kids, stealing your cars, taking your homes. They are coveting your neighbour's house. It's disgusting. So this is, once you come into this book, and if you go to James chapter 2, thou shalt not have any respect of persons. Let's find it for you. James chapter 2 verse 9 quite clearly says, you shall not have respect of persons. Well, this is the person. Yeah. But if James chapter 2 verse 9 is telling you that you should have no respect to it, you shouldn't have any respect to it. And if you do have respect to that, you're a sinner and you transgress the law. So, and what it means is, when it says respect, I think what it's saying is that you should not have any respect of this, but you should use this. This is your monopoly chip to get through life, which was supposed to be a beneficial interest. All right. That's all. It was supposed to be of beneficial interest. So if it was supposed to be of beneficial interest and it was to be of a benefit to you, why would we let it harm us? Because this is like a jumper, right? This is like this top. I can take this off if I get too hot. I can throw it into a corner. If someone says, "Is that yours?" I can say, "Yeah, it is." I'll say, "No, mate, never seen it before. Never seen it." So that's what this is. That's what this birth certificate is. This is like a jumper. When it suits you to use it, yeah, when you're getting the fruitful benefits of this kingdom, yeah, then use it if you want to. But if you don't, say, "No, mate, nothing to do with me." It's up to you. I like you should be the beneficiary of your own trust, because it is just a trust. And this is more and more people are waking up to this now. I'm a sovereign. Yeah, you're right. You are. You're right. You are. Cockney TV don't come into my house, and if I fit aerials and CCTV fit and think you're brainwashing fools. Yeah, exactly. I won't take a penny off these buggers. I won't pay their taxes, not for them to do evil things to humanity. That's exactly my stance. I took that stance over 10 years ago. I lost my trust and faith in these people in the system, and I realised through first-hand experience that they were involved in nefarious activities. And I thought, you know what? I don't want a world like that. I don't want to live in a world that's involved in evilness and wickedness. And I'm going to do what I can to try and change that, and by whichever means. Everybody seems to be at home climbing the walls right now. I don't understand how 70 million people in my country have just rolled over. You all just rolled over. You've just rolled over. In Chile, protesters bring down a police drone using dozens of laser pointers. So the people of Chile have had enough. They're had enough. Germany's kicking off. The Germans don't like what's going on. I don't think it'll be long before the Brits, the English, start standing up. Right, Trump shines beacon of hope. UV light and ozone therapy has been used for cancer patients. O3 gas is infused into the body as a disinfectant to improve the intake of oxygen whilst ramping up the immune system, thus more effectively killing bacteria and viruses. I don't think the media liked it that they spun their narrative like Trump said they would. So UV light and ozone therapy has been used for cancer patients, right? O3 gas is infused into the body as a disinfectant. He didn't say put disinfectant into your body. He was talking about UV light, using it as a disinfectant, all right? He wasn't talking about seal it, bang. But how quick the media are just to get on him, and why? He's called the media out. You've got the President of America, the most powerful man in the Western world. Let's not make no mistake about that, apart from probably China and Russia. He's calling the media out for being fake news. No, you ain't asking me a question. You're fake news. You should be ashamed of yourself. So no wonder they're trying to turn on him. They're trying to turn on him because he's admonishing them. He's smacking them out of the park. And it's good. It's good. It's good. Trust me. I think Trump will be very, very good. Is he unraveling the deep state? I think he's doing as much as he can. David Wilson says, "You're joking, mate. Too much fluoride in the water in the UK." Yeah, I put this tap in for my. I do a lot of work with a good mate of mine. We do a lot of bathrooms and stuff, and he's just bought this Frankie tap, 750 quid. I was like, woo! But it's got its own boiling water thing, so you've got 4 levers on this tap. You've got hot and cold normal, and you've got a hot and cold, hot boiling, and a filtered water. And so you put your teacup underneath and you pour it out. Well, we distill and do all sorts. And they said, yes, all this tea tastes a bit funny. I said, no, it tastes proper. It's just that you've now not got all the chlorine and all the chemicals in it. When the guy, when they get a batch of water that they're going to chuck out into the supply, and I can't understand why they do it, because I'm a plumbing and heating contractor. I've been 35, 36 years in that world. You could get all bugs come down the pipe work that could breed. So they put something in it to stop all them bugs coming through the pipe work, right? Stop you getting typhus, malaria, all this other stuff. But when it comes to your house, you should do something with it. You shouldn't just drink it. So it was quite funny. People seem to be attached to the chlorine and fluoride, and people seem to think fluoride is really good for you. Fluoride is really bad for you, really, really bad. And health and wealth is something I'm quite proud of in knowing what foods are good for you and what to do. Now, we had a microwave about 4 years ago and it broke down because I put my passport in it and blew the chip up. You know, that little retina chip. I thought, you ain't having my retina, you evil people. That's what government want. They want your soul, right? So I see that it was a beast system and I decided to not have it. So I blew it up. So maybe that had something to do with why this microwave stopped. So I said to my missus, right, throwing it out, it's going down the tip, and never had one since. She gets the hump, she goes, I can't boil my milk in the morning, I've got to get to work. I said, look, listen, if you ain't got 2 seconds to put a bit of milk, whatever it is you want, on top of a stove and warm it up, I ain't got time for that. I said, you'll have time later on for your chemotherapy when they've got it in your arm and you're sat in a chair. Come on in, let's have it, come on. My mate's just done a fantastic experiment, Dale Irons. Gorgeous geezer. I've known him for quite a long time. Got a lovely family, loads of kids, and they just have a whale of a time. He's just he grows fruit and veg hydroponically and shows people how to do and grow loads of stuff using water and all the stuff that goes in, blah blah blah, and to grow some beautiful plants. Now he started this up, and about a year ago he got a visit from 2 Kent coppers at about 10 o'clock at night at his shop. He was decorating the shop and getting it all set up. He's got his young son there, about 8, 9 years old. And these two, one of the coppers actually looked like he was on something. His eyes, you know, like when he looked like he was on proper rocking on something. Well, they've come into the shop, and before you know it, Dale's on the floor and these 2 coppers are beating him up. And his son's crying his eyes out. So Lord knows what respect his son's going to have for the old Bill as he grows up, probably pretty much zero. They found nothing. They found that he was growing cabbages and veg. No apology, no log details on the police to make a complaint and file and sue these bastards. None of it. So Lord knows what these coppers were doing there, because it wasn't a log complaint and no one knew that these 2 constables was there. Sad, isn't it, that we're at this point? Really sad. But he's done this experiment with microwave water. He's put water in a microwave, boiled it up, turned it off, let it cool down, and he's put it on some of the plants he's growing. Within a few days, these things are dead, finished, not growing. So that's what microwaves are doing to you people. It's disgraceful. It's not good at all. So President Trump, with his comments about disinfectant, was that he said that UV rays put into the body as a gas act like a disinfectant, not putting disinfectant in. And people are all, oh, Trump's an idiot. Trump's not an idiot. Trump's far from an idiot. And when you're having a dig at Trump, you're having a dig at all the people of America, because 2/3 of that country voted for him, and there's 350 million people in there. And they'll all say, shh, we voted for Trump. The small people, the little people, right? Now, little people have never had a voice. We've always had these big medias, the BBC, the Channel 4, all these others giving us our fake news over the last quite millenniums. But now we're at a point where that's not the case, because you're getting a lot of people call them citizens journalists. Now, I don't like the word citizen. I detest the word citizen, in fact. But if you want to use it in that context, that's what we are. We're coming to you. We're not scripted. We're not told what we can say. And this goes out around the world just like the BBC would go out around the world. And it's good. It is good. Trump got the to admit the vaccine uses forms of disinfecting the bleach. Exactly. Trump's a clever guy. Trump certainly didn't need to put himself up as president of America, but it was the military that said, we either do this by a military coup and take the country back, which is going to be a disaster, or we need a front man. And Trump was that military front man. And he donates all his presidency money to charities, fire services. Amazing man. Just an amazing man. So, peeps, look, as always, please like and subscribe. The sooner we get to 1,000 subscribers, I can start using other portals to come at you and we have a bit more fun that way, rather than me coming sitting in here all the time. And keep up your good work. Keep spreading the truth and your knowledge and your wisdom. Keep trying gently to wake people up. They're at a time now where they're all sat at home, most of them on lockdown, enjoying this lockdown right now. They won't be enjoying it in a year's time when everything's gone tits up. Trust me, they're all going to start panicking. And people like yourself, you're going to need to be there so that people can get some reassurances and get some way forwards, because that's what we are. We will be the way forward, because I think this current system is coming to a crashing halt. Morning, Leona. Nice to see you, darling. You just joined in. Cockney Patriot said fluoride is made from nuclear waste product and we're all drinking poison. We are. I refuse to conform in my school life. I won't change my spirit. Amen. I was the same. I'm living and I choose not to be an establishment slave. Yes. They can beat me, lock me up, even kill me. My spirit will never be broken. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Amen to that. So, peeps, listen, I will be back with you at some point over the weekend. Again, I'm just trying to gently build this YouTube platform up. My days on the other outlets are pretty much done. I'm on a 90-day ban on one of the most prevalent thingy. And it's a modern-day book-burning exercise, isn't it? When people can't exercise their freedom of speech, whether it's nice or not, it's still a freedom of speech, right? We learn from history. We put checks and balances on historical events that we don't never make them same mistakes again. The police up north yesterday went to an incident, I think, where a deer had been struck and hit in a street, because we now know all our wild animals are now coming back into town centres and stuff, because there's not that many cars about. And apparently the rumour is it that this deer got injured. Well, if a deer's got injured, then why not send a vet just to give it a jab to put it out of its misery? But no, the police go with their full riot gear and they shoot this thing dead. Now, personally, I don't think that's right. I think that the police just can't wait to get them guns off. And I think it's dangerous that we're allowing this to happen. They go to calls, they shoot dogs dead. Whatever happened to trapping a dog and if it needs euthanize it in a decent manner instead of is shooting it. Is it a decent way? Is it to put it out of its misery? I'm not sure. I just think that we're in a very precarious place with all these public servants with guns. And why are they so cocky coming into our homes, nicking our kids, nicking our cars, because they've got weapons of mass destruction. And most people in this country have been disarmed. And but that makes them cowards, right? That makes them cowards. Cool, fresh meat. Deer. Deer, yeah. Venison's nice. It's not as I eat much meat, but venison It is what it is. Right, I'm going to get going, peeps. I want to thank you all. I will just say this. Cockney Patriot says formaldehyde is a bleach to put into bodies. It's an embalming process. It's a bleach put into a vaccine. It's highly poisonous. Yeah, most of these vaccines, I would say, that we've all had from kids have been abused. I think that they're probably what kill a lot of us over the years, heavy metals, toxins. My friend had her daughter, and unfortunately she got irreversible vaccine damage and got autism, this thing that they call autism. And she had 2 young boys. Now, I believe these boys are twins, or they're very close together in their ages. And she started to see them go in the same way after having vaccinations. So what she did, and this is the truth, she put them kids into a bath that had Epsom salts in it, quite a strong concentrate of Epsom salts. And the kids, after being in there for a little while, started crying. And she said to me that these metal particles were coming out through the skin. I was like, whoa. The Epsom salts was pulling the metal particles through the kid's skin. And she said, when I emptied the baths out, I run my hand along the bottom of the bath and there was all these metal filings. And the kids are all right. They've not got vaccine damage because the majority of these vaccines have been pulled out of the kids. And she's done them with H2O therapy and stuff like that. So you tell me, she's not lying. She's telling you the truth. So all these vaccines, it's gone over the top. Years ago, TB and all that, scarlet fever, them jabs probably weren't that. Yeah, it is. Yes, Leonie. Yeah, it is. It is, Naomi. And I'll only talk the truth. What people come and tell me, I can only give their testimonies, and I would never lie. There's no point in lying. We've got in this world's enough full of liars, right? With lying politicians. That we already got them. Why would I come in and try and mimic them? I wouldn't do that. But I think the kids now have too many vaccines. I think they're on a hide into nothing. We've all had mercury fillings over the years. It's bad. And they turn to a noxious gas over the years, I tell you. Homeopathy is very good for vaccinations too. Yes, I've got a fantastic homeopath, to be fair. His name's Roger LeBoeuf, and he is the health minister for the British Constitution Group. Now, the British Constitution Group is massive. There's massive people in the British Constitution Group. Roger Hayes, official spokesman for the British Constitution Group. And Roger's sent me down some stuff over the years that has really, really, really helped me. So, yeah, homeopathy is probably the way to go, because before I do disappear, nature will assimilate with the body, because you are just nature. Your cells, everything of your body is made of the earth. You come from the earth, you go back to the earth. Roger LeBoeuf. I'll try and say, yeah, he's a lovely geezer. I've met him quite a few times. Roger LeBoeuf. Yeah, LeBoeuf. I know it's French, I think, or Belgique or something like that. So you come from the earth. So when you know that you come from the earth, because from ashes to ashes you come, and dust you come and dust you go. You're just doing this whilst you're here, having a nice time, right? So a chemical that's been superheated and all these metals and that, is it going to assimilate with the cellular structure of your blood cells in your body? No. But will nature, will plants, will homeopathy, will tinctures of a cannabis derivative or marijuana, whatever it is you want to call it, the CBD oils and the THCs, will that assimilate with the body? Yeah, you best believe. You best believe. The body goes, yeah, let me have it, as opposed to what is this toxin coming in. So kids are well over vaccinated, and we've become this clinical world. Dirt's our friend, believe it or not. When all these hand sanitizers, people are over hand sanitizing, washing their hands too much. You're washing the oils out of your skin, and you're making your hands and your skin become susceptible to viruses and bacteria coming in. The oils in your skin, yeah, are there for a reason. They're there to let the good stuff out, like when you sweat and perspire, but they're to keep harmful things coming in. But when you keep using these hand sanitizers, these alcohol-based hand sanitizers, the best way to wash your hands and keep clean is such as soap and water. But you use all these hand sanitizers, you're washing all the oils out your hands. So then your skin is becoming susceptible to all sorts. Why would you do that? I don't understand it. Peeps, as always, it's lovely coming at you. I'm going to go and do some bits and bobs for the rest of the day. It is Saturday. Enjoy yourselves. Don't get too medieval on this lockdown business. Carry on regardless. Do what you're doing. And she is fantastic, Leona, yeah. Japan has the least vaccination. Cockney Page Health Minister can stick his vaccines up his handcocks. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, and I shan't be having none of this stuff, all these vaccines and that. You've got no chance. Peeps, I love you as always. If I don't get going out, I never will. Stay tuned for action. And remember, keep it real. Talk to your friends, your family. Keep it real. Keep it honest. And gently, gently wake this country and the world out. And you are all doing a fantastic job. God bless you all. And I'll see you all very, very soon.